Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So, I've had a few people lately reach out to me wanting to know how I close. And I just kind of took a step back and I was like, well, I have no idea how I do that because it's different. I started in car sales, and I feel like car sales is such a slimy, pushy thing. And that's why a lot of people don't like salespeople. And I know a lot of the new training that's going on, like you can hear training from all kinds. Like I've listened to a guy that does car sales tactics, and it kind of drives me crazy because it's still that pushy stuff. And with what we do with social media and helping people with gut health, and the way people can just go and Google things, it's a trust factor with what we do. And so like last week when I was talking about the different funnels, like top of funnel, middle funnel, lower funnel, the top of funnel people, those are your cold people. They're watching you, they're trying to trust you. And so it's up to you if you want to like cold message them and reach out to them. I typically would not do that unless they've been watching me for at least 2 months on social media, because you guys, you're not going to walk up to somebody in a grocery store and say, hey, you want to buy my pink drink? That is not the first thing that you're going to do, right? It's just that is slimy. You just wait for it to come up into a conversation. So, with the social media side of things, if you want to cold message, I love this one that talks about, like, hey, newish friend, like I've been watching you for, or you and I have mutual friends, 75 mutual friends. It's nice to meet you. And then I talk about my day, like, oh, I lifted weights this morning, I did kickboxing today, and now I'm home doing some work in the afternoon. Boring day. Just something like that. And say, hey, what are you up to? And then I go in like saying, hey, I don't know if you've seen my post or not. It's helped me with my energy, my sleep, my bloating. Would you be open to learning more about these supplements? Like, that's a kind of a way to do things, right? With That's the cold message. So middle of funnel, like those are warmer leads. And then bottom of funnel, those are definitely hot and warm leads. And if you guys, if they're already coming into you, to me, you just keep going with that relationship with that confidence that you've already sold them. And that's kind of how I approach everything. I'm like, oh, perfect. They're my warm leads. I'm going in, closing these people. But it's a relationship way. And so what I do, especially if so let's say they like a message. And so I message them. I saved it here. I'm just gonna kind of read it. So like something easy peasy like this. Like, hey there, happy Wednesday. I hope this message finds you in good spirits. I How are you doing today? Like I went and lifted weights and did some kickboxing, and now I'm kind of just chilling and working the rest of the day. By the way, thanks a bunch for giving my post a thumbs up. It means a lot. Ever thought of giving it a try yourself? Let me know if you're open. Cheers. Like, because that's just putting it back there in there and letting them see what they want, and then they can write you back. It's not slimy, it's not creepy. And it just starts that conversation. And so when they write you back, I instantly am like, okay, like they want to buy. And they say, yeah, tell me more. And so that's when I'm like, okay, tell me more about you. What are your health goals? What interests you most about my posts about Plexus? Is it the business side? Is it the products? And then let them answer the questions. And if they come back and say, yeah, like I need more sleep, I need more energy. Like that's not a thing where you like, okay, great, here's a combo. No, keep asking those questions and be like, okay, great. Like I feel you. That's where I used to be. So tell me a bit more. May I ask what kind of medications you might be taking, or if you poop every day? And you guys, I don't know if the whole poop every day, like everybody just laughs at it, but I'm like, and everybody's like, oh my God, yeah, tell me TMI, TMI. I'm like, honey, I talk about poop every day. Like, and so then they send back some medications and they tell me if they poop or not. And so before I do that, I say, this will help me narrow down some combos that I feel will really work for you. And so they give me that information. And then I figured out, I'm like, okay, great. You need my pink drink and you need my triplex combo. This is going to help you poop every day. And so I send the graphic of the combo. And then what I do is I send a voice message so that they can hear my voice. I said, this is how this combo is going to help you. So the pink drink regulates your blood sugar. which is going to give you energy, help with your sleep. It has prebiotics in it to help fertilize the good bacteria in your gut, and then it burns fat. And then I kind of end the voice message so they don't get too long. Like I try to keep them within less than a minute. And then the next one I say, and the ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse, I like to look at as like a toilet brush, just coming in and cleaning you out. The ProBio 5 has 5 different strains in it, plus it has a digestive enzyme to get the bad yeast out of your system. It's a game changer, like especially for if you like to drink wine or all the processed foods and the sugars that you put into your system. And then the BioCleanse is a magnesium and vitamin C supplement that's going to regulate you a little bit better, help with your sleep and help with your muscles. And then I end that, and then I send a text message saying, take a look at that, listen to my mug, and let me know what questions you might have. And so then I just kind of leave it at that and let them go. And then I'll write back and say, does this combo sounds like something you'd like to get started on? And that's, to me, it's not closing, it's just helping someone. And you just keep asking the questions, building that relationship. They already trust you if they've liked a post or if they're reaching out to you. If you get somebody that reaches out saying, hey, I need to get started on something, they're already trusting you. So don't get all up in your head and overthink things. Pretend that you're in front of them, in person with them, and just tell them, yeah, well, this is what I would do. Like, these are how these products would help you. This is what you're telling me. This is what you need. Let's get you started. And I would probably say 90, 95% of the time I close those people. The other ones, if they come up with, oh, I need to ask my husband, or if it's a money thing, you still just haven't added the value. There's just still a little hesitant about things. And I would tell them either about the business opportunity, that if they've got other friends, or I would like, man, it's a free reset this month, and just depending on what the special is, you're getting an $89 discount and you're only spending like $125. Like, and I also say too, like, health is an investment, and it's the best investment that we can do for ourselves is to invest in our health. If they're sometimes a little hesitant about the money and that kind of stuff. So that's the way that I close. I don't necessarily have like a closing script. I just get to know them and ask the questions. And even if you're not quite sure, if they're hesitant, ask more questions like, hey, what's holding you back? What do you got going on? That kind of stuff. And if they're hesitant about the reset, tell them, hey, you don't have to do the reset like right now. You can wait a month or so until you have the right timing. Sometimes it's the timing and they freak out, think that they need to do this right now, or they are hesitant because they don't know exactly how to take the products. And so keep asking those questions like, hey, what's holding you back? And they'll tell you, hey, I'm just concerned that I'm not going to be able to fit it into my routine. And so you tell them how easy peasy it is and that they don't have to follow the labels or whatever, that they can take the pink drink in the morning and then take all the pills with dinner, that it's easy peasy. So just keep asking those questions and building that relationship, and be bold, like, right? Or don't make it slimy, don't make it weird. Pretend that you're talking to someone at the grocery store, or talking to your friend about it. You just don't want to make it weird. So always remember that. And then, yeah, let me know if you have any questions and all that kind of fun stuff. I've got a few of the scripts that you can go off of and that kind of stuff. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Oh, I was going to end the meeting.